Guys, and welcome here to the West Coast. We are in Lambert's Bay, a beautiful little town, around about 250-300 km from Cape Town. Absolutely amazing. A gem of a place. It's a place where Bird Island is, where you can see tons and tons of gannets. Beautiful birds, but oh, they're noisy, I cannot tell you. But definitely worth having a look and coming around to see them. Isabella's restaurant, the hotel. I cannot start to tell you how many places there is. It's also where Meispoor's Caramel is, a beautiful open air restaurant, the first of its kind in the world as far as I remember, or can what they're telling me. Beautiful place. We're going to be there in one of the future episodes. We're going to go and visit them and have a look what they do, eat there and talk to them and see what they're doing. Tannie Kitta, Auntie Kitta in English, she's got a farm kitchen, her plaaskombuis. Unfortunately, due to COVID, she's not with us anymore. Beautiful place to go and eat, and they've got so many stories to tell you. They've got a cave here that they said that the sea came in 3 kilometers from here inland that you can see on the farm. Beautiful place to come and visit, whether you go left, whether you go right, or whether you go inland, doesn't matter. There's so many flowers to see. Unfortunately, we did not see some of them today due to the weather, because it was rather cold and misty and just windy. It wasn't nice weather. So all the flowers was closed, so they're there, we saw them, but they weren't open. But we believe that in a couple of days we will see them and then we can show them to you. So come and play with us, come paint with us and see what Lambert's Bay has got to offer. Come with me. Good morning, and we are in Darling today. Darling is a very small little town, about, I would say about 70 or so kilometers from Cape Town. We slept in Grotto Bay yesterday and then we came here this morning. Beautiful countryside that we went through. We saw the most amazing hills full of sheep, beautiful. And arum lilies, everywhere you look, it's just arum lilies. It is absolutely exquisite. So what happened after a couple of years that Tannie Evita was here, she's old now and decided to sell the Perron, and 2 guys bought it over and they actually changed it a little bit and made it absolutely beautiful. So you can come and see how they do rusk, how they physically bake rusk, traditional beautiful rusk. You can also go to their place where they make the toffees. Darling has also got a brewery where they make craft beers. Amazing to see. Beautiful place, beautiful olives, beautiful wines. It is really worth your while coming here. Brilliant place to come and visit. I always say if you get here, it is really like coming to a place that is just a darling. That is the perfect name for it. It's like a good wine. Every time you come here, you just fall more and more in love with it. It's something you have to do slowly. You have to walk slowly through town, just like you drink good wine. So yes, we're going to paint today. I'm going to show you a couple of techniques that we are doing. We're using the Ashak brown paint. Beautiful paint. It's a decorative chalk paint that we use. I can do any of my techniques with it. And the big thing for me about using this paint is this cheaper brand paint, which means I can paint more. And that's always good on any books for me, Neas. The more we can paint, the better for us. Brilliant paint. They've got 50 colors and we are privileged to have all 50 with us. So as we go along, we will use more and more colors. Today I'm going to use our whites, yellow, and then a little bit of green with it because of the arum lilies that's in the area. And arum lilies is white, or the most of them. So we're going to play with the whites of it. It's brilliant, 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 brilliant. So yes, let's go for it. The first thing I'm going to do, you're going to see I've used my tray already in this. I will wipe my tray out, but I don't mind if there's paint that stays behind in it, especially if it's wet and I can use it over and over again. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking the paint and I will pour it into, this one is the other one. Let's see, where is that one? I'm going to use the other one. It's a little bit darker than this one. So you just pour it into your tray. I normally put it in the middle of my tray. I will put my strongest color in the middle of the tray. That just works better for me. Beautiful, beautiful color. It's rich, it's beautiful. And then I'm going to use a peppermint green. You can see it's like nearly like a candy floss color sort of thing. They're absolutely beautiful. Now, if you're here and you look at the hills and the stuff, it's a more green there that you see. But for what I want to do is I don't want to get that green in it. I just want a hint of green in it. And that's why I'm using this peppermint green one on it. So let's just get a bit out of this. Also in a little bit of a row, that is fine. And then the white, this is white. It is like Tippex white nearly. It is completely white. I love it. The whiter it is, the better I can do with it. There's also other colors you will see in it that's like an off-white or stuff. But for this reason, I just want white. There we go. Now in my tray, if I use my tray, it is really amazing to see what you can do with the paint. The trays I use, you get quite a lot of them, and I don't always use trays, but I love using this one because it's quite sturdy. It's not flimsy at all, and it just works absolutely amazing. I'm going to use Hamilton rollers. Now, Hamilton is a paint brush brand, and they brought out a complete range of artist brushes or craft brushes that they have. It is absolutely amazing, and I'm telling you, I don't think I'm going to paint with anything else in the near future with this. It is a brilliant thing. The Hamilton range you can do absolutely anything with. So yes, I'm going to take my roller and I'm just going to put all the paint on it. So I want all three colors, white, yellow and green. Roll it nicely that you can see what you've got. So make sure you've got enough paint on your brush. I normally will go and I will have quite a lot of paint on it, because the more paint I've got on it, the nicer the effect I get, especially with the first one I'm going to show you. So don't go and take all those off. It is not necessary to do that. I like it like that. And if you're OCD and you don't like it, don't do this technique. Choose one of the others that might work better for you. So I will just take it. I'm going to put it down and I'm just going to roll it. And you can immediately see how unbelievable the color starts blending from one to the other. It is really amazing. You can paint anything like this. You can do walls like this. You can do anything, furniture, items that you do like this for your mixed media, tables, absolutely anything you can do. But when you paint with a roller, you will see there's quite a bit of bubbles that is in it. It is the air bubbles and stuff that is on your roller that gets trapped with your paint. And what will happen is that bubbles will stay there. They're not going to disappear. Some of them might burst and they will leave like a little blobby thingy there for you. I normally keep them because I enjoy the texture that it gives me, especially if I do my mixed media things. But if I'm going to go and I'm going to paint furniture and stuff, I will take sandpaper, normally a number 80. Oh, listen to that. It sounds like a train that's coming past, a freight train. And we are, after all, in a station. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I haven't heard that in years. And I can't see it. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. There it's going past. That is brilliant. Great. So what we're going to do with this is, if you want to carry on with it and you want to get rid of the bubbles and stuff, you take your sandpaper. It's an 80 grit sandpaper that I normally use. Oh, it's steaming past. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. No, this is exactly what we do. We're in the field. We are experiencing it. I'm not sitting in my office or in my studio and listening to music. I can hear nature. I can hear what's going around me, and I absolutely love it, love it, love it. So if you don't like this, we've got a lady that wants to come through. She's more than welcome to come through. Tannie, jy kan verbykom met die grootste liefde. So we are on a working station, and there is other tourists that's here and that's looking at the place, and it's absolutely lovely. It is just amazing to be here. So let's go back to the sandpaper. I use an 80 grit sandpaper, and then I will sand it down just softly, that I get rid of the bubbles and have a smooth effect. And then I will repeat it if I want to, just to put a second coat on. But personally, I like the bubbles, especially if I do the mixed media. So that's that one. Then I will go over to one of my brushes. We're using, like I said, the Hamilton brushes. This is the Enzyme range of them that we are using. Beautiful brush. It's got beautiful bristles and stuff. I absolutely love them. So what we do with this one is we're going to put our paintbrush in the paint. So I'm going to put it in the paint, and then I'm going to push it. I'm going to take it away, turn my hand, and push again the whole time. So I'm going to do this effect in it. And I put all the paint on, and then I just go for it. There we go. And if you want more of the one color, you just take more of the one color the next time. This is a beautiful marble effect that you can get on your things. It works absolutely amazing. You can do anything like this. So every single technique that I'm showing you, you can do on walls, you can do on furniture. I've done some of them on tiles in my house. Beautiful technique that you can do. If you want it to be smoother, you can go slowly and pick them up and make them smoother. But once again, I like the texture that I get in it. So I just put my texture in it and keep going. And there's the second one that I've put down for it. Brilliant, beautiful, and completely different than the first one, although I used exactly the same colors for it. Really a nice way to paint. Now this one is full of paint. I'm not going to use it for this one now, so I will put it in to get dry, and I will use another one for this. So what I'm going to do in this one, once again, I'm going to pick up my paint on it, and I'm going to work very fast because I want to blend it. So I'm going to just put a section of the green on. I'm going to just clean it a little bit. Then I'm going to take white and put white at the top, and then I'll pick up my yellow. My yellow is my strongest color, so I do him last. That if there's a other color in it, it's fine. The yellow will go over it. And then I take my blending brushes, also Hamilton, beautiful brush, lots of space that can blend. Absolutely amazing. And here we've got a gush of wind. It's gorgeous, and I don't know if you can hear the wind chimes, but it's just magic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend in between my green and my white. I'm going to start. So I first do the lighter colors first, and I'm just going to work right in the middle of it. Going to go up, and I'm going to go down, and then you can see that just automatically becomes a lighter color. Here you can see my finger on it. It doesn't matter. I will just smooth it out a little bit later. Okay, and then I will go to my dark color and just start smoothing it out. That I don't know where the yellow stops and the green starts. Absolutely amazing that you can get. And that is how my ombre looks. You start with any color. You can use as many as you want. I normally work in 3, and if I have a bigger thing, I might add a 4th one, but it's very seldom that I will add a 4th color into it. I normally work in 3s. And there is your 3rd one of exactly how to use the same colors in 3 different ways. We will do in one of our other episodes, we will show how we do arum lilies or decoupage or something else on it to make it better. But for now, that is what we do. We're going to enjoy the rest of Evita Ciperon and Darling, and we hope we see you soon. Bye bye.